Hey, are you an Open Artificial Intelligence Codex user? Also, are you a Google Chrome user? If you answered yes to those questions, then I'm going to discuss how to install and use Open Artificial Intelligence Codex Google Chrome extension. Basically, what you can use the extension for is anytime that you need to sign in with the Open Artificial Intelligence Codex, then the extension allows you to sign in with Google Chrome, right? And that could be very important with your projects. All right, so you can use Chrome with Codex while managing browser permissions, website approvals, and browsing. Yeah, it's for any task that would require you to sign in. So I'm going to skip, and here's instructions. What you could do is you could pause the video, or you could browse to this Uniform Resource Locator, this highlight on screen, developers, and you got to remember the forward slashes and the dashes and type that all in without any spelling mistakes. Or you could probably find it using Open Artificial Intelligence's Chat Generative Pre-trained Transformer and type in Codex Chrome extension and ask ChatGPT where it's located. This is directly from the official domain and subdomain of Open Artificial Intelligence, their developers subdomain. All right, so in order to install it, which is basically the same verbiage as saying how to set it up, you would first open the Codex application and then browse to plugins. Then you would select add the Chrome plugin, all right? Then you just follow along. It's going to guide you through installing it, also connecting the actual Chrome extension, and then also even approving the permission prompt. So you might want to make sure you just follow along and volunteer any information or any settings that it asks. And then once successful, you'll want to open up Google Chrome and then confirm that the extension was installed successfully, and it should show connected. The thumbnail for this video is what it should look like, a green connected. Then you're good to go. Now the rest of this video, I'm going to just go over kind of some of the uses, but I'm going to skip ahead or just quickly go through. You can control website access. I'm not going to go all this into detail. That's why you might want to browse to that Uniform Resource Locator, and then on your own accord, no pun intended, not referring to a certain model of a vehicle, you know what I'm saying? But on your own accord, you could then look at this page and, right, okay, managed an allow list, block list. So it has an allow list and a block list. It has permissions for accessing, website. You can block a specific website. Okay, it even has a setting where always allow browser content. That's an elevated risk. You might want to take these warnings, right? A browser history, that's an elevated risk, but you can allow browser history, data and security. Okay, here are some permissions, really muy rápido. Access page debugger, read and change all your data on all websites, read and change your browsing history on sign-in devices, display notifications, read, change bookmarks, manage downloads, communicate native applications, view, manage tabs. Okay, memories, it has a memory feature. And then it also discusses what Open Artificial Intelligence stores from the browsing. Now here's some troubleshooting. All right, so one would be to, let's see, open the extension from the Chrome toolbar or the Chrome extensions menu. Make sure, yep, you always want to make sure it shows displays connected. Now this is troubleshooting. If it shows disconnected even though it should be connected, or if it even mentions missing a native host, then you want to remove the Chrome extension and install it again. from the same area in the Codex application, the plugins, and then you're going to have to configure it all over again and set it up again. Now, you can also browse to plugins from within the Codex application and then confirm that the Chrome plugin is on. It may be turned off, so you just have to toggle it on, all right? And then make sure you are using the same Chrome profile where the Codex extension is installed. Oh, if you use multiple profiles, what you have to do is that you have to install the extension for each profile. So in Google Chrome, they allow you to have multiple profiles. Well, if you have it installed in one profile and switch to a different profile, that second profile, you'd have to go and install the Open Artificial Intelligence Codex plugin and then configure it again, or configure that one as well. What's another troubleshooting? Something about starting a new Codex thread and then try the Chrome task again. They claim that can clear a thread-specific connection state problemo. You can also restart Chrome and then Codex and try again. Yeah, that's old school. When in doubt, shut down both pieces of software and open one up at a time. All right. If it still does not connect, then you'll want to remove the Chrome extension and then re-add it again from the plugins option in Codex software, and then you're going to have to set it up again. Here's another troubleshooting. If the extension shows that it is connected, there's the thumbnail right there. There's what it should look like. Then, however, but Codex cannot use Chrome, then you can run /feedback in the Codex application. That would be just a command. And then include the thread ID when you contact support. So what you're going to do is you're going to contact support, but I believe it would be a command, like a command line. You just type in the /feedback and then include the thread. All right. Now here's how to upload files. If the task that you're working on needs to upload a file from your computer, it says that the Codex extension to access URLs in Chrome. Step one would be open the extensions icon in the toolbar in Google Chrome web browser. Then you would choose Manage Extensions. And then on that Codex extension card, you would then select Details. And you would turn on Allow Access to File Uniform Resource Locators. All right, now after you adjust that setting, you're going to want to start the Chrome task again, and here are some examples of allowing access to file uniform resource locators. There's a toggle switch right there. That is this video pertaining to how to install and use Open Artificial Intelligence Codex Google Chrome extension. Adios!